Did I ask you the question about the $2,000 hooker?
No.
So the question is, let's say if I gave you $2,000, but you have to spend it on a hooker or hookers.
Okay.
And you have a choice of one night with a very high class escort. Got to be high class for $2,000. Or like a week with a really skanky one who would do anything. Which one would you pick? It's a very me question to ask. I like that you're putting thought into it already.
Yeah. I'd have to go for the high class one because there's minimum risk of any sort of crabs or disease.
Okay, I'm gonna put into it that they've both been tested.
And there's less chance they'll steal things from my house.
They've both been tested.
Okay. Well, like maths.
Yeah, they're both very good at maths.
Yeah. But one's got AIDS.
Yeah, but one's got AIDS.
I'd feel a bit better going with someone who I know is probably more hygienic.
Okay, that's what most people said. Now, what if I throw in a sort of middle ground one of...
They're both female.
The middle ground one is, let's say, one night with two normal-ish to good-looking hookers.
Okay.
Would you pick that instead?
What was it? It was 1 week with a skank.
Yeah.
One night with a high-class one.
1 week with a skank. Wasn't that a Bare Naked Ladies song?
Was it?
No, it's just 1 week.
1 week with a unkempt, dirty, filthy one.
Yeah.
One night with a high-class hooker.
Yeah.
Or one night with two middle-class hookers.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Middle class ones.
Yeah.
They're from Stony Stanton.
And it's you and Rose.
Yeah.
I'd consider that one.
Yeah. What if they're all dudes?
Can I have all four options?
At the same time.
Yeah.
Just, all I need is 10 minutes of that.
And some ear wideners. Why? What would you do?
I'd
you go for the skank, wouldn't you?
I think I would. Just...
And unleash hell on her.
I can't decide. It depends on my mood. Unleash hell upon her. Unleash hell upon her from above a glass table. It depends on my mood.
I don't know if I'm more disgusted that I get that.
Sometimes I think maybe the high class one, just for like to have that perfect memory.
Perfect memory.
Perfect memory.
What about if you could have a skank?
Yes.
Or I feel bad using the term skank. It's a really horrible term.
It is.
The least desirable option of the ones you stated for a whole month.
Yeah.
No, a whole year.
Okay.
Or 1 night with, in fact, 3 hours with any celebrity.
Any celebrity?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. Fuck you. I'm trying to think of a celebrity that would make that worth it.
There's a good thing online where like certain people post like pictures of like, you know, hot celebrities, and someone puts in the comments, "I drag my balls through a mile of broken glass just to hear her fart through a walkie-talkie." Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer. Oh.
Anyone. Or you could have anyone.
I like that. I do like
Painted in blue. Like Tobias Funke.
Kat Dennings I'd probably go with. But like, I've got to think about how I think about it
facially, I don't think she's anything special. Yeah, she really didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, do you think you'll like, let's say when you're like 50, you'll look back on it like, oh, do you remember that one night I spent with Helen Mirren or whoever
you could also have, within that 3 hours, you could regenerate a celebrity alive or dead at any point, like
Michael
in
Jackson.
their prime. Yeah. You could have Freddie Mercury, but you got to pick the right time.
Yeah.
Not too late on.
Would you think back on that one like beautiful 3 hours with Helen Mirren or whoever you pick? Or do you think, oh, do you remember that year I had that hooker?
Yeah.
Which one do you want to tell your grandchildren?
You're telling the grandkids, yeah. Imagine that.
That year I owned that hooker.
I had a really romantic night with this celebrity. No way, yeah. Do you know about that time? I had that year off and I just fucked this hooker relentlessly. What about, so within this 3 hours, you could have any celebrity. You wouldn't have to necessarily have sex with them. For example, I could revive Hendrix and have a jam with him.
Mm.
Or you could get Frusciante over.
What kind of jam?
It would probably be a really good lime marmalade, I reckon. On whole grain bread.
Mm.
And then I'll fuck him.
Yeah. This is delicious, isn't it,
yeah,
Jimmy?
yeah.
And so is this.
Yeah. Everyone always talks about my guitar playing, but nobody appreciated how I was a big fan of preserves. Yeah, so you could even do that.
the jam jar trick with him.
What's that?
That guy online who...
You said about this years ago, didn't you?
There was a guy online who fit a jam jar inside his ass.
And it broke?
And was filming it. And it, like, he got it in and it broke partway through and just, like, blood and glass starts pouring from his ass.
Oh, that's horrible. Someone told me about that. It must have been you.
I wonder whether jam was in it as well. Maybe it was just jam coming out.
Maybe. Oh,
ooh, brown jam.
Chocolate jam.
Chocolate jam. Do you reckon if Jimi Hendrix was into jam, he would have his own, like, branded Jammy Hendrix?
I like it. So you could have like 3 hours with Kevin Smith just chatting, or JJ Abrams.
Yeah, but I really wouldn't pick 3 hours with Kevin Smith because
you just chat.
I listen to the podcast. It's practically like he's chatting at me anyway the whole time.
No, we'll keep it as you got to sleep with one of them. So what would you do? Would you have 3 hours with a celebrity of your choice, or would you have a year with her?
I'm trying to think what this skank looks like. Can you give me an example of what the skank looks like? Because what may be a skank to you might be alright to me. I don't know.
They're not ugly.
Mm. Have they got all their limbs? To start with.
Would you rather? Okay, so like Marla Singer in Fight Club.
Who's that?
Helena Bonham Carter's character.
Oh. In that case, yeah.
You go for a year in that. Maybe not as attractive as Helena Bonham Carter. But...
Well, then that's not right. Then you need to think of another example.
That kind of look, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty filthy.
I'm good with the look.
Someone where you looked at him and you'd be like, you know.
Courtney Love now.
I'd rather Kurt Cobain now.
Every hole is a goal.
What was it? Hugh Hefner said we're all pink on the inside.
Pink inside.
They're all pink on the inside. They look alright. Like in your whoever it was, you can mould them to look like within reason what you want. I can mould them. Yeah, but you were.
How do you know I was into that?
Yeah, I thought of these scalpels around and chisels and like you know, so that you kind of you look every time like no matter what you made them look like as such that you'd always be like, they're kind of on the border of would I, wouldn't I? But I've got a year with them and they're willing.
It's going to be a good year.
Yeah. Rather than say hooker, because hooker implies you've got to pay for it in this case. So it's just a lady who would be willing to spend a year with you.
Maybe I still would go for the one night then. One night in Paris.
Would you choose Paris Hilton?
No, I just wanted to mention the porn video she did.
And One Night in China was done as well.
Was it?
And she died recently, didn't she? The rest
from
of China.
It?
Huh?
From it?
Not from it, no. Did you hear she died?
Yeah, I heard that she died. Yeah. So, I was playing pool at work, and someone was sitting down and just checking through their phone, and then they went, "Oh my god, China's died," and I'm like, "All of it?
Yeah,
that's horrific."
Was it North Korea? She was like I read up on her afterwards. She like was really fluent in different languages, could play loads of instruments, and really like extremely talented. Like
when you say play loads of instruments, is that
pink oboe?
Yeah.
Who would you choose then?
China.
Yeah.
No. Who would I choose? I really like Demi Lovato at the moment.
Okay, she's a singer?
Yeah. You're Googling her.
Yeah. Demi Lovato. Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Eliza Dushku back in the old Buffy days as Faith.
Not in the True Lies days.
No. Faith was awesome.
Faith
but
was.
As it's ended, Faith no more.
Okay.
Surely they've done like a short story or graphic novel on her and called it Faith No More.
When she dies or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you going for Eliza Dushku?
No, I'm going for Demi Lovato at the moment.
Yeah. Is it not like an all-round person you've grown up being in awe of like that?
Well, like Mr. Blobby.
Yeah.
He's pretty much all round, isn't he?
Is there like one person you like, no matter what happens, they're the one for you?
Neo?
Yeah.
Someone who I've always looked at, like thinking.
Or maybe just someone you kind of like always like.
I used to really like, what was it, Penny from Inspector Gadget. That was a cartoon though.
I like Leela from Futurama. She was alright.
Yeah.
Apart from the one eye.
Yeah.
But,
But you've got one eye,
I've
so...
got one eye.
An eye for an eye.
Yeah, like people like when I was younger, I used to like be in awe of Rachel Stevens from S Club 7. But now, not sure. But back then, I was like obsessed with her. That was like when I was like 12.
I used to like Emma Bunton. Not really bothered now.
I was a more of Jerry Haddock fan, but that was only because she did topless pictures back then.
Do you remember Sporty Spice in the video for that song she did with Bryan Adams?
Baby, when you're gone.
Love that song, and she looks.
It
good
was really catchy. I don't remember her in the video to that.
Yeah, she's dressed in black.
Okay.
And like she's got tattoos of upside down crosses and stuff. I feel like there's someone I'm forgetting that I've probably looked at for years and been like, yeah, fucking yeah. Kat Dennings.
Yeah.
Yeah, liked her for 10 years. Or Scarlett Johansson going back to Eight-Legged Freaks.
I haven't seen that. I remember, you know what else I remember? You know in Winter Soldier, where she goes like, oh, the Winter Soldier gave me this scar, which is why I don't wear bikinis. Like, yeah, because I'm sure you look terrible in bikinis.
Yeah.
Now. Emma Watson.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. Liked her for a long time.
I Know What We Did Last Summer.
She still looks good. She's still good.
Liz Hurley back in the first Austin Powers
Yeah.
film. Heather Graham in the second Austin Powers film. Heather Graham in Boogie Nights.
I'm not bothered about Heather Graham.
No.
She's alright.
Julianne Moore in Boogie Nights.
No, not really.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, Avril Lavigne. I didn't expect the £2,000 hooker question to last for so long.
It lasted longer than you would have with a £2,000 hooker.
That is true. Oh, we could do a catch-up on CDs.
Yep.
Tell me if I've already shown you some of these CDs, because I don't think I put all of them away after the last one we did.
Haven't processed them.
No. So, top of the pile. This one, I think I might have at least told you about. Did I show you that one?
You spoke about it, but you didn't. You spoke about it, but you didn't actually. Cause you had a couple of Weezer ones.
Yeah.
I think you had Pinkerton.
Yeah.
And something else maybe. You spoke about this.
So that's, Hurley by Weezer.
With a picture of Hurley from Lost on the front.
Yeah, just smiling.
Have they got the actual full photo anywhere in here?
No. The great thing is there's the full photo of the whole him
You
and
said
band.
that and they cropped it.
Yeah, and they're not even on in the artwork.
You can tell it's been like enlarged, like, you know, zoomed in and
Yeah.
stuff as well. It's like not really the greatest quality. It's just like, you know, you enhance like an image on CCTV and you just like, it just looks awful.
Yeah. Read the sticker on it.
Memories.
So what does it say? Includes the hit singles.
Yeah. Memories. Ruling Me. Trainwrecks. Unspoken.
How many tracks have they listed there?
Quite a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How many tracks are on the album?
That's really good.
They've just listed every track.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
And then what's the review?
Riveting.
Yeah. Who's the review by?
Is that their record label?
Yeah.
That's wicked. That's well good. And that's the actual sticker. It's not even like printed on.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That was on the because it comes in like cellophane. That was on the cellophane.
Okay.
I think. I have a part of my process that I haven't told you about is if a CD arrives in cellophane and there's a sticker on the cellophane, I will carefully remove the sticker, then remove the cellophane, and then stick the sticker back onto the CD case. As I see it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Because I've always thought of it as part of the artwork, and that has proved it to me because they've clearly come up with that.
Yeah, that's cool. Gang vocals on Memories by Johnny Knoxville, Wee Man, Ryan Dunn, basically Jackass crew. April Margera.
Oh, that's Bam's mum, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a good album. It's not like mind blowing, and there's nothing surprising on it. It all sounds like Weezer pretty much.
Apparently, Ryan Adams is on this. Michael Cera is back in vocals.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't read that.
But yeah, is it so it's an alright album?
Yeah, that's from 2010.
You weren't overly keen on Pinkerton. Is it better than Pinkerton?
Yeah, it's definitely better than Pinkerton.
Okay.
They're good, like fun, catchy tracks, and it's it's only 10 tracks long, so it doesn't stick around too long. There aren't really any filler tracks on there. Okay.
Oh, is this a new album? Sum 41, Screaming Bloody Murder.
That's from 2011.
All right.
Which is their most recent album.
Any good?
Very good.
Yeah.
It sounds more like Billy Talent in some ways. It's really like angsty.
Okay.
And they're actually nominated for Best Hard Rock Performance by Kerrang, but lost to Foo Fighters that year.
All right. What did Foo Fighters release?
I think that was the year of...
Wasting Light.
Yeah, I think that was Wasting Light.
Burning Bridges and Bridges Burn.
I think it was actually the song Walk they got nominated for.
Okay, yeah.
That
was their lead single off that album, wasn't it?
That was the second or third single off that album.
Was it?
The lead was Rope.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, give me some rope. Man.
I love Rope.
That's track 2, isn't it?
Yeah, such a
that's
good
what
song.
I'm thinking of. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, Walk was my least favourite single actually after that.
Really?
I liked Burning Bridges. I think that's an incredible opener.
Yeah.
Cool, but it's a good one, yeah.
But yeah, that's really good. I mean, that's directly after he broke up with Avril Lavigne.
Okay.
And he's clearly like very angry and unhappy about it.
Have you seen a photo of him recently?
Well, he looks better now.
Oh, he didn't.
He fucking didn't. Because, yeah, basically he recorded that album in the wake of their breakup and at, like, the height of his alcoholism.
Okay.
And then partway through touring for it, that's when he got hospitalised. And now he's sort of come out of it, he's teetotal, and their old guitarist has returned, and now they're recording their next album.
Oh, what was their guitarist called?
Dave Brown Sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come back. Because he left about 2006.
I didn't realise he left them.
Yeah. They did 2 albums without him.
Oh, right.
And this is one of them. They're going to be like sober and come back, and I'm interested to hear it.
How were their albums apart from... I only really knew their first one and maybe bits of their second. I'm guessing it was their first and second album.
Yeah.
First album had like Fat Lip and In Too Deep in it, didn't it?
Yeah, the second one had Still Waiting and the Hell Song.
Still Waiting. Which sounded like an Offspring song.
Yeah. Their albums are actually pretty solid. I mean, they're kind of... There's a lot of sameness on it. He uses a lot of the same rhymes and rhyming styles, and they haven't released... Apart from Chuck, which was about 2005, 2006, they haven't released a bad all-week album. And they've got a lot of like harder rock stuff that's worth listening to. And his voice has improved a lot over the years. Oh, should we rate him out of 5?
Alright, yeah, you haven't done that, have you?
No, I keep saying I'll do that.
Hurley by Weezer.
I'll give that 3.5.
Sum 41, Screaming Bloody Murder.
I'll give that a 4.
Oh, okay.
This next one.
Oh, it's the Broadway version of American Idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I saw it live.
Was it good live?
It was amazing live. The story was shit, but the songs were great.
I've heard the version of Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I was listening to it. It was on Radio 2. It was on Radio 2, or possibly Radio 3, but I think Radio 2, and I was listening to it on the way back from playing football. I used to have my radio on my mobile.
Yeah.
And listen to it on the way home.
Yeah.
So, I can hear Green Day, and I was like, this isn't Green Day.
Yeah, it's
I
all
walk
just
a lonely street.
It's all just a bit like popped up.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's like really good fun.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are a couple of tiny bits where they do change it slightly, but not much.
Okay.
Not enough to offend you.
It actually features Green Day as well in some of it.
Yeah. I give it a 3 out of a 5 because it's songs that I've heard all before apart from one.
Yeah. Are there any that are better than the album versions? Or the Green Day versions?
No. They're just fun alternative versions.
Okay.
Then...
Depeche Mode, A Broken Frame.
Yeah, I think that's from 1982. So I've started a long journey of slowly buying up all the Depeche Mode albums. The remastered versions.
Is this a remastered one?
Yeah.
In opinion? I don't know much. I don't think I know any Depeche Mode.
It's going back to before they really found their sound and like before they started making darker music. It was
Is this their first album? Or?
I think that's the second one.
Okay.
They're definitely more poppy back then. And I'm more interested in their darker stuff as they went on.
When the guy got into heroin, whatever it was.
Yeah, basically.
What's his name?
Dave Garhan. I've been told I look very much like Dave Garhan and dress like him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I don't know any Depeche Mode.
So, I will pass you the next 2 as well, which are also Depeche Mode.
So you got Exciter.
Yeah, from about 2001. And, and Sounds of the Universe from 2009.
And Opinions?
They're both good.
Is it still basically him? Is it all the members? How does it work? Or?
They had one member who left in about 83 or something.
Alright.
And then it's pretty much been like just 3 of them since then, I think.
Okay.
They're really good. I feel like I've missed out. The golden period is in between all the albums I've given you.
Okay, yeah.
And that's why I've got those first, because they're cheaper.
Okay.
Because they're not in the golden period. But they're not bad. There's nothing bad about them. It's just they don't have the hit singles on, really.
Is there a reason on this Exciter why 2 of the tracks are on the track list and are darker than the others?
I'm trying to work that out.
Okay.
And I can't.
Okay. Are they singles?
No.
Singles? So that's Exciter from 2001, did you say?
Yeah.
And then this one, which one's better out of these 2?
I'd say probably Sounds of the Universe, which is the more recent one.
So rating for Exciter?
3.
Sounds of the Universe?
3.5.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So that's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the score from, I think, seasons 1 to 3 or something.
Okay, so this is the Buffy the Vampire Slayer score. It says seasons 2, 3, 4 and 5 on it. It doesn't include Nerf Herder intro?
No, it's very much the composed music of it. Not
Okay.
it's not the soundtrack, it's the score.
Yeah. Okay.
I like how they've been able to release from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which wasn't like a music-based show really,
Apart from the musical episode.
apart from the musical episode, and the fact that they go to the Bronze every episode and have a featured band. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe there
Are
is.
those songs in there?
No, see, they've actually managed to release at least 4 different CDs from the Buffy show. That one's the score. They've also released the musical. They've also released the soundtrack, and they've also released like an extended soundtrack or something.
You know the bands that are in the Bronze? Are they actual bands?
Yeah, all of them.
So they were kind of like...
Because Nerf Herder was actually one of the bands that played as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nerf Herder, I think, playing the last ever episode of Buffy, and it was kind of that was the point of getting them in.
Oh, okay.
And there's a line in it where they mention the apocalypse, and then they say, "I think this band is one of the signs of the apocalypse."
Cool. Good.
It's fine. It's kind of exactly what I
Background music.
Yeah, it was about £1.50, so
Out of 5?
out of 5, I'll give it 2.
Okay.
And then finally,
Ooh, okay.
Lit.
Lit, yeah. Era? 2004 it says here.
Yeah, just before they had a bit of a hiatus.
Are they still going now? Are they back to...
They are. They've had an album since that in 2012, which I'm yet to get because it's above my price range at the moment.
It's got a 2 CD thing on it.
Yeah, I think it's like a live DVD or a making of the album.
Yeah, it's got some nice stuff.
I don't know if I'll watch that.
And the album itself?
It is really good. There are no standout songs, but it's all good.
Okay.
Which I'm finding, the 3 albums I've got of theirs, they're all kind of like that. There aren't many standout songs. That one has no standout songs at all.
Okay.
But they're all no filler tracks either. Which is annoying when I'm trying to make a best of Lit, that they have lots of quite good tracks.
This album's just called Lit.
Yeah. So obviously their standout tracks are My Own Worst Enemy.
Yeah. That's the only song by them, No.
That is their best song. There's a cover of a Cure song on there, which is okay.
Which song's that?
Pictures of You.
Okay.
That I would rate as a 3.5.
Okay.
But an annoying 3.5 because there's nothing amazing on there. But yeah, that's me up to date with CDs now.
Fair enough. Do you want to give a review of The Winter Soldier or do you want to wait? I haven't seen it. Oh, not Winter Soldier, it's Civil War.
Maybe we'll wait till you've seen it. But my main problem with Civil War is I don't give a fucky about Bucky.
You said... See, everyone seems to put some hate towards Captain America, but I like him.
What, Chris Evans?
Yeah. I like the Captain America character. Like, he's obviously very cheesy at times, but...
I think he's done a really good job of...
When you watch the Avengers, they've all got... He's a balance that's needed. That's probably the point of it. They all...
But as well as that, there's something that's similar with Captain America and Superman, in that the way you should feel about their morals and what they stand for.
But at the same time, I always feel with Superman, it's kind of like... just a bit too goody two-shoes.
Yes, but wouldn't you feel the same about Captain America?
I suppose so.
But I think Chris Evans does a good job of making us believe in like his honesty and morals.
Yeah, I think that the way those series have got... Cause like I like the first Captain America film. You can see his progression, because obviously you see him as like a little weedy guy. You kind of feel his humbleness. And I think he does a really good job of that. You like, right. So I haven't seen the new... To be fair, I haven't even seen Man of Steel, the Superman.
Oh, just fucking stuff exploding for about an hour.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is it not great?
No. And Batman vs Superman is better than that.
Is it any good though?
It has stuff in it where you're like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then directly afterwards it'll have something that's really dumb, that doesn't make sense.
What's Ben Affleck's Batman like?
Brilliant.
Yeah?
He's the best thing about it.
Okay.
And there are like scenes in it where he's being kind of like detective-y Bruce Wayne, and it's really good. And you're like, I can so see this working as a solo. There's more Batman in the movie than there is Superman.
Well, the big hype was about him being Batman more than... Everyone forgot it's kind of a Superman film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But everyone...
No, it was a Batman film in the end, and better for it.
A bit in the same way that, like Dark Knight was basically the Joker film.
Yeah, yeah.
And Batman didn't really... He's obviously Christian Bale's awesome as Batman, but you're more drawn to the Joker than you are Batman. And there was a lot of focus on Tom Hardy being Bane. But...
Christian Bale said he's like disappointed in his performances as Batman.
No, I thought he was brilliant.
And he feels he was outshadowed by the villains.
In a way, there was a lot more focus, but he is a really good Batman.
Yeah,
I think, and he's a believable Batman. But at the same time, I preferred Catwoman and Hathaway. I thought she was awesome in that.
You'd have your way with her.
Yeah, I would. I thought she was. She was probably my favourite thing about it, not just because of what she was.
And Michael Caine, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Affleck makes a really good Batman. I mean, there's still stuff that Batman wouldn't do that they do in that movie. Like he wouldn't use a gun.
No.
But he does in that movie, and it's fucking annoying. But maybe they're just trying to be realistic. If there's loads of guys around him with guns, what can he do other than pick one up and try and shoot him as well? Jeremy Irons does a decent job as Alfred, but the whole time...
Oh, is he Alfred?
Yeah, there's the whole time you're like, I prefer Michael Caine. Just bring back Michael Caine. I failed you.
Yeah. Have you seen all the things online about that?
What?
That GIF? Like people saying like when their laptop's at like 1% battery and they reach for the charger and it dies, and then like they like say the laptop, you trusted in me and I failed you.
What do we do, Master Wayne, when our pants fall down? We pick them back up.
I'll give that a go then.
I mean, do you know obviously that they have a falling out, Batman and Superman? There's a general falling out about it.
Well, in the comics, there's a Batman graphic novel called, I think, The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
That was written when Batman's older and retired. He retires from being Batman, and Gotham goes to shit. But it's always a bad place, but it goes to shit. And he comes back out of retirement at the age of like 60, I think.
Yeah.
And he goes on, and his Batmobile looks like the Christian Bale Batmobile, like a big tank.
Yeah.
Superman is brought into it because Batman goes on a relentless thing, just battering people, and they bring in Superman as a member of the CIA to like fight Batman, and they have a fight in that. So I don't know if it's based on that.
There are certain bits that could be, but generally no. It's more Batman being pissed off with the amount of destruction caused by superhuman beings.
Okay.
But basically, he has a vendetta against Superman for it, which is kind of pushed by Lex Luthor. But there's a point. Obviously, there's a point.
Who plays Lex Luthor?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh right,
which could have been great and wasn't.
Yeah, I saw the clips. I remember the clip. He's got like long hair.
Yeah, he's too much like the Heath Ledger's Joker. Actually, only just you don't believe his conviction, and you feel he's just doing random choices and doing random things. You're like, why are you doing this?
Okay.
One of the biggest problems I had with it is you really believe Batman fucking hating Superman and wanting to kill him, and they do a good job of obviously Superman is like super alien who should just like crush Batman in a second.
Yeah, I don't get that bit.
They do a good job of making you believe the fight. The bit that I don't believe is when the fight stops, because obviously you can guess that it's
got to involve kryptonite.
I mean, they're going to have more movies afterwards. They're not going to be angry at each other the whole time. So there's a point where they reconcile.
Okay.
You don't believe it.
Oh really?
You don't. The bit that makes them reconcile, you don't believe.
Okay.
And that's the main problem for me.
Okay.
And Wonder Woman was really good, but really underused. Talking of Jeremy Irons, I listened to the audiobook of Lolita, which is read by Jeremy Irons, and is a beautifully written book, and it's like a beautifully written obsessive love story, but is constantly uncomfortable because it's about a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah. It's meant to be. Is it meant to make you feel awkward? But is it meant to make you feel like, oh, this is actually really romantic? But
yeah, it's meant to be like it's meant to make you forget and feel that yeah, he's an amazing writer and you really believe his love and obsession. But yeah, this is creepy. It is creepy as fuck. And Jeremy Irons does a good job of making it more creepy in his voice. He reads it in a way of, you know, people like Stephen Fry will dramatise stuff and put voices on, and they do it that really well. Jeremy Irons is a really good middle ground of kind of reading it monotonously in some ways, so it's more like you're reading it.
Yeah.
But then in other ways, he does have a creepy and very good voice, and it works with that.
Yeah.
But now I'm listening to...
does he do it in the Gruber accent from Die Hard with a Vengeance?
That would be amazing.
Oh, I read a thing about Die Hard. So I was looking it up. I watched Aliens again. I used to watch that a million times when I was a kid. And I read it again. So I was looking up just like old sort of like Terminator and Die Hard and all that. And it said that scene where Hans Gruber is falling.
Yeah.
What they did is they got Alan Rickman to drop from like a certain floor thing onto like a soft landing.
Yeah.
But they released him sooner than he was expecting, so the look of fear on his face is real.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it was the first take. And apparently the whole scene where, you know, where he pretends to be American.
Yeah.
And he finds him and he says, like, my name's Bob Thompson or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know, that might be the name Jeremy Irons uses. But he says about what his
Bob
name
Thompson.
is. Clay. It's Clay, isn't it?
So they were kind of like the Thompson twins.
What's that?
That was a band, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah, because he looks at a name, doesn't he, of someone on the list with the floors. And he goes, what's your name? And he makes up. Apparently, the whole scene wasn't in the script, but then they realised that Alan Rickman could do a convincing American accent.
Yeah.
So they added that bit in.
Oh, that's cool.
And all that, yeah. And apparently, what the building is a real building. It's the Fox Plaza.
Yeah.
In LA, I think. Or New York, LA.
Is it still there?
I think so, yeah. Nakatomi Towers, whatever. it was under construction. So all those floors where they're fighting under construction things, that's actually real under construction.
That's cool.
Scenery.
Great set.
Yeah. And apparently the guy who plays the big German guy, the blonde guy,
Yeah.
in real life, he was a Russian ballet dancer who defected to the United States. And apparently it almost caused an international crisis.
Oh.
And the guy who directed it is, I think, now in prison.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
What's his name? John McTiernan?
I can't
He
remember
also
his name.
did Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Okay. I like that film.
I really like it.
Apparently got the worst reviews out of the first three. But I thought this
But now
was
in,
better than the second one.
retrospect, people like it now because the ones that have come since. I haven't seen the newest one, actually.
No, I like Die Hard 4.0 wasn't a bad film.
No, I liked it. And it's got Justin Long. He was great. It's got Kevin Smith in it, randomly.
Yeah, he's the nerd, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's right.
And he apparently rewrote scenes on set because Bruce Willis got along with him.
That's cool.
At that time, anyway.
Why did they not later on?
When they made the film called Cop Out together, and they fell out because Bruce Willis thought Kevin Smith was an amateur filmmaker because he didn't know like what lenses were called and any of the professional side to it.
Do you know? Have you read in the podcast about how he lives in Ben Affleck's? Like Ben Affleck sold him his house.
Yeah.
And that tour buses still come.
Yeah.
And then they still introduce it as Ben Affleck's old residence,
Yeah.
rather than Kevin Smith's current residence. Yeah. His missus, Kevin Smith's missus, like keeps like flipping people off.
Yeah.
But they love it. Like some people come up to him and go, "Oh, you're right." Like we went on the tour and your wife like stuck a finger out. I was like, "I'm so sorry." Said, no, it was awesome. Like, yeah, but no, I like Die Hard with a Vengeance. I thought it was really good.
I find it more memorable than the second one, actually.
Yeah.
Which I just have vague memory of an airport and snow.
That's basically it, yeah. The first two were very almost claustrophobic, weren't they? Because they were just basically all indoor, or like all within a specific place.
Yeah.
Whereas Vengeance was set all over New York.
Yeah.
And you got to see... Because John McClane's a New York cop.
Yeah.
But in the first one, he's in LA on a Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Which people say the greatest Christmas film ever made.
Yeah.
Apart from Home Alone. The second one was obviously trapped in an airport.
Yeah.
But then the third one's the only one where you actually see him being a cop in New York.
Yeah, which I think they needed to do. And it's a great introduction to him, isn't it? They like kind of pretty much... He wakes up in a van and he's like out of it.
Yeah, because he's on like leave, isn't he? Like he's been suspended for something, for drinking on the job or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's just being a bum in a vest and and then they strap the sign to him, don't they? To send him into Harlem. And 4.0 was cool because it was like obviously it was Michael Bay films. So they made it a lot more modern.
Huh?
You know the fourth one, like they made it 4.0.
Yeah.
They made it more modern.
Yeah.
You weren't quite sure where it was going. It seemed darker. It obviously looks darker. It's shot in darker light and all that. And then
I think it was from the director of the Underworld films.
Michael Bay did it.
It wasn't
4.0.
Michael Bay.
Did he not do that?
No, Michael Bay is like pretty much not really touched anything other than a Transformers movie for 10 years now.
What did Michael... Oh no, Michael Mann did he, didn't he?
It was Len Wiseman.
Was it? I was convinced Michael Bay did
No.
4.0. But then all of a sudden Bruce Willis, like John McClane shines through because he starts off being really serious and you see his daughter.
And then there are points where he just kind of kicks in and he starts having fun.
The only thing, I mean, Justin Long and that was cool, but the only thing about it was...
in the internet you can hack into everything.
Yeah, but it seemed
hacking
a bit
into
like...
the traffic lights. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and then they turn them all to green.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing about it. Like, when they add those characters, it's almost like a Jar Jar Binks character being added into it. Like, an unnecessary comical character.
Yeah.
Whereas John McClane always held his own as a comical character.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, Lolita. We got on to John McClane.
Oh yeah, and audiobooks. And now I'm listening to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, read by Stephen Fry, which is really good. It's poetic nonsense.
It's meant to be like a classic, classic sci-fi. And he died not that long ago.
Did he?
I think.
Oh, did he do anything else popular?
Do you know what? I can't remember if it was him or Terry Pratchett. Oh no, it was Douglas Adams. Tell a lie. This is the thing about it, right? Weird thing. My mate, who I used to go uni with, Mark.
Fucked him.
Yeah.
Really?
No, sorry. It's Terry Pratchett who died recently. Do you know Terry Pratchett who did Discworld and all that? And he was an advocate for euthanasia.
Euthanasia.
Yeah, is that Ali G who said that?
I think it is.
Yeah, this is like, what is wrong with other people talk about euthanasia? I mean, what is it exactly these youths have done that's so bad? Or something? And the other one he goes, is it called the welfare state because it's welfare? Yeah, he was an advocate for like euthanasia because he had cancer, I think, and he wanted to end his life or something beforehand. But the other thing, Douglas Adams, I think he died in like, might have been early 2000s. But my mate Mark was a big fan of him, and he wrote to Douglas Adams.
Yeah.
Saying, can you? I think he sent him a postcard and said, "Do you mind sending this postcard?" And apparently he didn't hear back for months and months.
Yeah.
And then a letter came through the post with the postcard signed by Douglas Adams, and the next day it was announced Douglas Adams died.
Fuck.
You're like, did I do that?
Did I send some aids?
Yeah.
The other day at work, we were coming up with nicknames for Jeff Buckley.
All right.
Can you come up with any good nicknames? Because I came up with one that was very good.
I don't know. Give me an example.
Okay, an example of one is Buckaroo.
Okay.
Which was like a game, I think.
Yeah, when you put things on the
Yes.
I don't know.
The one I came up with was JB on the rocks.
Go to hell.
Is that in too poor taste?
Do you know where he drowned?
Wasn't it like near his recording studio?
Yeah, in the Mississippi he drowned.
Oh.
Mississippi River. Just decided to go swimming. Apparently he did it a lot and he just got sucked into by a current or something and found dead.
That does suck. JB on the rocks.
I think you've nailed it pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I play pool at work. It's 3 of us who play pool, and the person who is in the losing side of it, who's losing at that point, goes at the bottom of the list, obviously. But also, they get their name taken the piss out of.
Okay.
Each time we send the pool update, we have to change what their name is to something stupid.
Okay.
And it's basically been Scott for about 3 months. Like, for example, we were talking about chili peppers this week, so his name was stuff like Red Scott Chili Peppers or Can't Scott.
What's his surname?
Peden.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was something else.
On Facebook, it's Wyatt.
Okay.
Scott Tissue. But basically, I forward myself the email of all of them, because some of them are brilliant. Do you want to hear some?
Yeah. Are they all chili peppers related?
No, I thought I gave you that example because I knew you would enjoy that.
Okay. Are there any insulting ones, or are they all just...
They don't need to be insulting, but if they are, then we still use them. Okay. What's the best way, do you think, for me to read them?
With your mouth.
So it's me, Scott, and Lawrence who play. When we started it, Lawrence was actually at the bottom of the list, so we took the piss out of his name first. The first one for Lawrence is Florence Olivier of Arabia. Then we changed it to Fishburne. Then Larry. Then L-Dog. Then Lozarino 9000. Then Lozarino 2300. So it was actually a downgrade. Then Loza. Lozenge. Larenthicus. His surname is Warren, so we started using his surname.
Warren identity.
That's good. I'm not sure if we use that. Warren on the cob.
Natural Warren killers.
A Warner Wonga. What's that from? That's Star Wars.
Is that guy?
There it goes.
Palace.
A Warner Wonga.
That's softcore Warren.
Coles Lawrence. Stop in the name of the Lawrence.
Lawrence Order.
Then I went to the bottom of the list for a while. So obviously a few pool games later.
Yeah.
And my name was Maid Farren. Dame Helen Firren. Dame Farren Dench.
Doesn't work, but...
No. Mo Farren.
That's good.
Then Scott went to the bottom of the list.
Okay.
And there he has stayed for many months.
How often do you send out an email? Is it just whenever you want to?
We play, each time we play, we'll send out an update of where we are on the leaderboard. And that is probably, on average, I'd say, we can get between 3 and 10 games in a day, playing at 3 different intervals. So this email can be sent 3 times a day. So Scott went to the bottom of this. So Scottish Power. Scott Chegg.
That's good.
That was his idea. Itchy Scrot. Scott Chape. Scotch Tape. Scott Chawisky. Scott Chabroth. Scrotting Corpse. Great Scott, look at the time.
That's from Back to the Future.
Yeah. Great Scott, look at John Boyega. I don't know how to explain that. Hot Scots, part 2.
That's good.
Scotter, the Logical Song. Do you remember the band Scooter? The Logical Song was a pretty big hit for
Was
them.
it? Okay.
We started using his surname, which is Peden, which obviously has lots of opportunity. But we went with Scott Pedometer. Then we went with Scott Pedo Monitor. Then we just went with Scrotum. Slot. We started talking about Michael Jackson quite a bit. Don't Scott till you get enough.
That's good.
Scott to be there. Wanna be Scott in something. Do you want to build a Scott man? You Scott to be starting something. You are Scott alone. Then I think we changed the subject because it says Scudot Cotton. Harry Scotter and the Philosopher's Bone. Harry Scotter and the Man Chamber of Secrets.
The Man Chamber of Secretions.
I tried to keep it clean because this does go on an email that work can see. Harry Scotter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Harry Scotter and the Goblet of Scott's Holy Sauce. Harry Scotter and the Hors d'oeuvres of the Phoenix.
That's good.
Harry Scotter and the Calf Blood Mince. Harry Scotter and the Deathly Holes. Are you bored of this yet?
I'm liking it. I don't know if the listeners will like it, but...
Scott in the Name of Love. There's a point where like they started running out of names, so I was pretty much left to do all the updates, and you can tell from the type of updates they are that it's me, because I put Scott the Life, and then in brackets, Korn, 1998, Follow the Leader. Just so they're aware what I'm talking about. Then I put She Loves Me Scott by Papa Roach.
Yeah.
From Love Hate Tragedy,
was it
2002 on DreamWorks.
Oh, is that what it was? Huh?
And then I copy and pasted from Wikipedia the chart positions of it. Actually got to number 14 in the UK.
Oh.
So yeah, that's where we're up to now. I could keep you updated on the new names. It's a shame you can't come and play pool with us at lunch. Do you play pool?
I used to when we had a table in our flat. Not anymore.
Get a table.
Yeah.
And we'll put a microphone in the centre of it.
And then I'll squat over the microphone.
It's raining.
Is it?
Yeah.
Rain. Bloody hell, it's sideways rain as well. So windy.
Imagine if it was raining up.
Yeah, it looks like it could almost do that.
Up your ass. Oh, did I tell you the horrible thing I heard about one of Kevin Smith was telling me a story of his gay friend. He'd gone to the White House for some reason, like met the president and whatever, and as part of his job, and then like had also organised online to meet up with a guy that day and like get fucked by him.
All right.
Because that's just what he does sometimes.
Yeah.
And he met up with the guy, and basically he got like fucked by a guy with a massive dick, and it split a vein in his prostate, and like just out of nowhere, his dick and his ass started pouring with blood, and it was like
in the White House.
Huh? No. This is like after going to the White House, and he like just started pouring with blood and like started apologising and just pouring with blood from his dick and his ass, and then got rushed to hospital. And he was like on the way to hospital. He's just like, "Wow, this has been a day of highs and lows."
It was the best of times. It was the worst.
Yeah.
As the Dickens novel starts.